looking back on what we did and didn't do, I mean, we were opening up everything at a time when we hadn't achieved our targets for the R rate, the number of people that each contact is infecting, and when Europe was and the UK was closing down.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, it was quite bizarre. No checks at airports, even now. No curfews, no quarantines.
Yep, I know exactly. It's complicated that as well. I mean, there's examples in Europe where there was a lockdown. They're claiming in the UK, by the way, there was quite a good lockdown, and yet this thing spread like wildfire anyway. Now why was that? Was that because the lockdown wasn't as effective, or people weren't going along with the guidelines? Maybe. So these things are definitely more complicated than they first seem. But you're right, though. I mean, there's no doubt that our social contacts are the reason for this. Hence the reason to stay home. The big call at the moment, as we've heard several times, is just people just stay home for these next few weeks to get these numbers back down.
Now, what about the schools, Luke? What's your view? Because heretofore they were saying, listen, children don't get this, particularly the under 10s, so they can carry on. And if there's going to be infection in school, it's likely to be brought in by a teacher or some other staff rather than by a child. But then in the UK, I saw a report of an 8-year-old child, no underlying conditions, who died from COVID-19. Yeah. Now, one swallow doesn't make a summer, but
it's very difficult, isn't it? I mean, closing the schools will have all kinds of knock-on effects on it, so it's a very hard one. I think it'll depend on the numbers this week. As you know, Pat, day by day, we're looking at these numbers, aren't we? Now, if we get to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and the numbers are even higher, I can't see the schools opening because it's another risk. I mean, it may not be a huge risk if you reopen the schools, but if these numbers are out of control, which we're hearing is very serious, isn't it? Like, I can't see. And I believe yesterday, many of the ministers who were asked are assuming the schools won't reopen. So it is heading in that direction, it looks like.
In the UK, the Education Secretary wanted to open the primary schools, but the unions have said, sorry, we're not doing it.
Yeah,
we're
exactly.
protecting our... So, we could be in for a confrontation here too if the government does not address the fears, at least, of teaching staff and parents who are threatening to keep their kids home if they're in a position to do so.